Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 Siege battle for you today, and today we have a nice 3v3 here at Tullyfurdum, as we have Tylis, we have Carthage, and we have Egypt attacking here against Pergamon, Macedon, and Parthia. Parthia on the defense again. We've seen them recently on the defense, and they did pretty well, and they brought some pretty scary elephants. So whether we'll see an elephant play here again by the Parthians, I will be interested to see. But Tylis, a really strong faction, often see them being brought on the attack. They've got those tribe warriors, which are cheap but very, very nasty, and a very heavy unit. They're pretty tough to kill, that is for sure. And they're being sent in straight away actually down here, and they look like they're taking on Agema spears and some Galatian swords. So some toughish units down there. Those Agema spears aren't easy to kill with all those javelins. We've got mercenary Gallic warriors landing as well, along with Celtic warriors. We'll see whether they can deal with the amount of javies that I'm sure Pergamon is going to be firing onto these Celts down here. But yeah, Pergamon, a really good defensive faction, has a lot of javelin capability, more than most factions. I mean, every faction in Rome 2 has javelin capability, I guess you could say. But the Agema spears here, they get a lot of javies. I mean, I actually don't know if it says how many they get, like ammo-wise. No, it doesn't actually. They've already got 8 or so kills from javelins. Not that great, but I guess against tribal warriors is pretty useful. They're doing a lot of HP damage, which would be the main thing, helping those Galatian swords out in that fight down there. The Celts versus Celts. Oh yeah, Celts versus Celts. I guess is they're not Gauls, that's for sure. A lot of Celtic warriors now landing. I mean, these are light melee infantry. They're losing decisively already and wavering at 132 men. Wow. Big problem here, though, by Tylis. He has attacked, and he's allowed his flank to be left undefended here. He's going to have to turn his Celtic warriors around and engage these Parthians. But to be fair, this is actually not a bad situation. It would have been bad if he hadn't done anything about it. Now, if Carthage could bring up some archers, like he's got Cretan archers back here, he could get side shots onto those Parthians and do some pretty good damage. We're now seeing the second wave of Tylis come up. A lot of tribal warriors making their way forward. Egypt yet to commit. I don't know whether they're going to need to with all their towers, to be honest. They may just be able to use Tylis' towers. We've got plenty of thorax here waiting, and I imagine there's lots of Libyans from Carthage as well. We're seeing artillery as well being fired in by, look at this grand battery that there is back here. Egypt and Tylis both using their artillery there. I guess it's to shell reserves, perhaps. I'm not really sure what they're trying to hit. There you go. I guess they're trying to hit the front lines here, which actually is a bit dangerous because their own troops are in here. Yeah, Tylis and Glacier battling it out down here. I mean, they're landing more troops, more Celtic warriors landing. There's not really much room for them, to be honest. They need to, there's more tribal warriors about to land as well. I mean, they maybe have room for them, but yeah, this unit is about to be defeated by the Galatians. I have a feeling that had something to do with those Agema spears. How many kills they get in the end after throwing all their javelins? 42! Not bad. And we got elephants out. Oh boy, an elephant sally out here. Here we go. We have Parthia coming round the flank here with their Indian war elephants. And look at this. I said there'd be elephants in this battle, and oh boy is there. And they're sallying out. I mean, this is a really risky move here. I mean, they're sallying out on tribal warriors, which is great, but there's like archers and stuff nearby that can do some damage to these elephants. These aren't the strongest. They're heavy, very heavy elephants. But I mean, there's armored ones which are much more effective against like archers and stuff. But yeah, they're just going to carry on and going into these Tylis troops here. They're just going to slam on through these guys. But yeah, what an interesting play. I mean, how many kills these guys got? 92. They need to get more. They need more. Yeah, seeing really slow response right now from Egypt getting his archers up here. There are archers up from Carthage as well, but they're retreating. They're actually just letting Tylis here deal with the elephants alone, it seems. Where is the fire ammo to deal with these guys? There you go. Wasn't a bad move. I also realized I didn't have the foliage on, so I guess we'll put the foliage back on. And even war elephants now to 150 kills. Not bad. 200. I'd say they're doing well. They just ran into spears. The spears are losing, but there's a good unit to be countering the elephants with thorough spears. And we also have plenty of javelins back here. We're all thorax. And yeah, they're now all their javelins, which is another real problem with like having so many javelins. Elephants just kind of a bit redundant. But in that situation, like elephants, like they can't get a good run. The 250 they're at, not bad for the elephants actually. Can they do more damage? Well, once they're unsupported like this, they're easy to take out, and they're also currently out of control. Yeah, those elephants are dying quickly now. What are they up to? 280? I mean, if they get 300 kills, it's like there's only one left. No, there's actually a few more left. If they get 300 kills, they've done well. They're dying them pretty quickly. Anyway, I think the elephant threat is, if they get 300, I don't think they can even do that. The elephant threat seems like it's over. Parthian has done its bit. Pergamon, by the way, has sallied out his general. Or been too distracted by the... to realize Pergamon sallies out his general. Has he lost the general? His general must be about to die. Why did he do this? This is a really bizarre and just suicidal move, really, by Pergamon. Throwing away his general means morale is going to come down. There is more new war elephants back here. Oh my. Parthian is really going heavy on those elephants. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's that one elephant did well. Don't know why Pergamon threw out his general, unless he's got no men left. If his all his men are in his front line, then maybe he does feel like he can do it, but it wasn't really worth it. There wasn't the right time. Those archers have plenty of infantry around them. The Agema spears here are holding the line. Actually, these are victorious. Oh, they are Agemas. Yeah, the general's dead. Yeah, it was such a strange move from Pergamon. Like, he could have been a bit more patient, send his general out, at least, and just use it to just scare the archers, maybe. Or just like to force them inside. Like, they keep them pinned here. They're between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, they're gonna keep trying to landing more towers. Just look at this. Egypt's like, we will land our own towers. We won't use Tylus's. We'll use our own. Yeah, those Agema spears have been forced back. Look at that. There they go. Run, run, run away. They're going to be able to flank around all these tribe warriors now and help deal with these remaining Agemas. And yeah, it looks like the call has been made. Yep, Pergamon is retreating. Which again, it just makes me wonder why he used his general. Like, he's going to retreat troops to fight another day? His general could afford another day. But hey, it doesn't matter. Mastodon's down here with some pretty healthy thorax. They're going to get trapped as well. Get this thorax out of here. This is 158 men that can just be saved. This one might not be able to be, but yeah, you got to save lives for another day. But yes, if you're enjoying the Rome 2 action and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It's very much appreciated. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 8k subs. And yeah, I wanted to show off more Rome 2 sieges and stuff. I've got plenty to show off. If you guys are enjoying them, do let me know. Because yeah, I will keep trying them off while I have them available. Look at this artillery coming in. It's just like raining death down on them. Mastodon, by the way, did get all that infantry out of there. So that's a bit of a win there for the defenders. Mastodon has also got plenty of cav out here that's just appeared now. Companion cav. This isn't cheap cav. It's expensive cav. And he's got this waiting outside ready to sally. The companions of Alexander are ready to go. I mean, they've only got to face some Carthaginian cavalry. And Carthage's general is also a cav unit, but I doubt they'll throw that in. It's really just Carthage outside the walls. Egypt's about to just dump everything inside right now, along with Tylus. Really, Carthage should be following suit. Make that cav redundant as quickly as possible. That's what you got to do. But yeah, there's lots of like Samnites. There's a lot of elite infantry out here. There's Libyans of well chevron, mercenary noble fighters. Yeah, not Libya. Carthage is now dumping troops inside. We've got thorough spears. The elephants are coming forward, by the way. Like, Parthian is not slowing down. I mean, this is a bad idea, I feel. Like, there's a lot of enemies down here. And they're all hurt. Well, actually, they might not have javelins because they might have used them. There's a lot of archers as well setting up. These elephants, I just get them back. Get them back. They're not worth using. They might get another 300 kills, but it's slowing down the enemy. That's all it's doing. Here they go. They're going in. Tylus is now going to get a bit of elephant action. I think that's an artillery crew or something. Yep, getting hit. That's not much of a win for the elephants. They need to kill things like tribal warriors, any oath-sworn units down here. I don't know if they brought any. Yeah, look at the jab. He's already coming in. Like, hitting these elephants hard. That's going to do a lot of damage to them. This one definitely, I can already sense, not going to do as well yet. Already out of control. That's half the battle. Yeah, these guys are... I mean, the player's not having control of this, but they are actually running the right way. Oh my gosh, yeah, this unit's getting focused down. The second elephant unit has not done as well. If they can get it out like in this state, it can possibly do some more damage. 18 is not bad, but there's a lot of HP damage for those javelins. You've got to use them late game. At that point, javelins and ammo has been used up by the attackers. The first one worked quite well because it was unpredictable. It was like they side out with an elephant. You don't expect that to happen, but like it's when you see the other one just march down, they're gonna go back in, aren't they? Yeah. When this one just marched in, it's exhausted. Well, it's actually very tired, but that's not good either. You want your elephants to be fresh when they go in, and because they're slow as hell when they're fresh. When they're very tired, they're even slower. And they go, yeah, this elephant's just getting hit hard. Look at them die. This wasn't worth it, was it? I don't even think they've got 100 kills. No, 77. What a waste of money that is. That's sad to see. The Parthian played it so well with the first one. And he's got cataphracts here? It's a strange-ass army. But we have got a sally out here by Macedon. Now the companion cav is trying to rout these Carthaginians. Did an okay job. Caught some of the cav. Didn't persist with the fight, though. I guess because he's worried about the infantry spot. Makes sense, to be honest. The infantry fight, though, not going too great. We are seeing elephants now run into the back of the Carthaginians. The Carthaginians probably very surprised that the elephants aren't on their side. Obviously, with their run with Hannibal, they're used to having elephants there. But no, these elephants, you know what? They're actually doing some decent damage as well, actually. They're going to rout this unit. So at least they're going to do some damage. But they're still dying in this combat. Another one's fallen there. If they were healthy, these guys would be doing great. Yeah, look at that. Just got one-shotted by that arch tower there. And there go more elephants getting jabbed to pieces. And I think that's them all dead there. I think they got like 150, 160 kills. A massive, massive difference in comparison to the first one. Got Galatian swords going in here against the Macedonian swords. Battle for the choke point there. I imagine actually the Galatians are winning. I guess they are healthier. I was going to say they probably will lose because their medium against is very heavy, but no. The Parthian swords here, they're not the greatest swords in the world, so I'm a little worried for how well they're going to do. Don't know why Parthian is really still fighting down here. You should try and retreat. It looks like Macedon and Pergamon are getting ready to defend this final stage. Balance power is shifting in favor of the attackers at the moment. I think that's because the elephants have died. It was fairly even before. But there's still a lot of time in this siege battle, so I hope you guys have got some snacks and got yourselves some drinks. Because there is still a fair amount to go. And camel cataphracts charging in the back of these infantry. That's not really going to help the situation. But it actually is causing the Galatians to lose, so maybe it did do something. This camel's causing a little bit of chaos. Getting jabbied themselves now is, again, they need to be careful. Those elephants, they were vulnerable to jabbies, and so were the camel cataphracts, that is for sure. Yeah, Egypt now starting to have his show his influence on the battlefield here. Got mercenary Cretans coming forward. They have a good angle onto all these camels down here, and the general. They're all cataphracts. Looks like we're going to see the camels going in again, I think, in a moment. Or maybe not. Oh, well, okay, there's another one down here. Okay, yeah, we are seeing camels going again. They're charging to the side of all these Egyptian infantry down here. That is, again, another bold move. I feel like these are units that could have been better suited outside the settlement. The elephants would have been better inside, and the camels better outside. Well, they could have done so much chaos. The companion cab's still kind of just edging forward and then just retreats a little bit. It really isn't up to much. And one of the other companion cav has retreated back inside. That camel cataphract definitely didn't have a good time. It got jammed to hell. Only 38 kills. Eesh. Yeah, Parthian not really using his heavies, his like heavy expensive units as well as I'd hoped for. I wonder what the funds were, because like he still brought a decent amount of infantry. And then he's brought all these camels and elephants. And he's still got archers as well back here. Parthian foot archers. They're trying to do some damage. Could do with retreating them because they're about to get swamped by attackers. Yeah, also focusing down these Libyans. Not a bad idea. Just shoot stuff. Just shoot some stuff. Yeah, he's got more like hillmen and stuff back here. Parthians. If you can try and hammer and anvil, like if you can hold units in place and then hammer and anvil with his cataphracts, that would be better. But they are slowly mopping up the Parthians down here, are the attackers. And they did a relatively good job, I think. Tylus took a bit of a hit, to be honest, and did take the brunt of the first assault. But he sent in cheap units that were going to be able to like deal with the job, but also like were expendable to take the hits. So these Celtic warriors, they do okay, and against Galatian like swords, not a bad matchup. Not a matchup they're gonna win, but at least they can take like the jabbies and stuff first from like that, like the Galatians will throw in, and like Pergamon was throwing in. He has still got some units alive, like tribal warriors still alive, still kicking about. He's got Samoswan as well, which are healthy, which is good to see. But yeah, Egypt and then Carthage coming in as like a second wave was probably not a bad idea, to be honest, because they have just better infantry, in my opinion. The Egyptian unit there is getting mobbed. It doesn't really matter because I don't know what Parthian's doing, but they're allowing it, like Egypt in. I don't know where they're planning to defend. But they need to get archers and stuff back. They need to get these guys back. These guys are just like in a dead end right now, unless they're going to run outside the wall, which I guess they could do. Like they have cavalry that could cover them. They routed like one unit there. Was like I did see they routed a unit down that Oathsworn. Yeah, routed. Guess that's something. Yeah, but here we go. Looks like Parthian's just going to defend here along this sort of bizarre line, but it's just hillmen. It's not going to stop thorax swords, and they're looking the wrong way. Okay, so that's a rear charge onto hillmen. Oh dear, this Parthian player is having a bit of a mare. Thorax losing here though. I don't know why, but that might have something to do with archers or javelins. The hillmen are losing as well, and likelihood the hillmen will die first. Yeah, as you can see already, I mean the thorax breaking through here. I mean, we're going to see a rear charge in a moment from the Libyan infantry. This is going to mop up a lot. There's archers here trying to retreat. They're dying quite quickly. And yeah, this is all could have been avoided if Parthian just retreat a little bit quicker. Like this chaotic retreat that's now going on now. Libyans now coming in, trying to overwhelm the hillmen down here. There you go. There's Libyan infantry getting through, and we've got Parthian cataphracts as well here, trying to charge into the combat. I don't know why. There's a solid infantry line now holding them at bay. The Parthian swords are doing their job, but again, they're pretty much outclassed by the thorax. It's heavy versus very heavy in favor of Egypt. Yeah, they're losing decisively. I mean, these Parthian's not known for his infantry. Just straight up isn't. What are they firing on? I don't know actually. The Cretans are trying to fire on something, but I'm not really sure what it is. Macedon seems like he's got a better defense on this side here. He's got a bunch of thorax in like a crescent formation. ready to receive the enemy. He could even put like archers and stuff like here and just shoot into that choke point if he wanted to. But yep, seems like the Parthian's going to try and hold here for now. I feel like the defenders might be going to try and go for time. I think they're aware they can't win it. They haven't brought the right stuff to try and win the game. They're merely here to try and delay and win it through time. Whether they'll do it, I don't know. The missiles coming in is insane right now. There's like javies, there's like arrows coming in. It's incredible. Big blob of infantry here, in fairness. It's definitely a good target to go for. Look at the missiles coming in right now. Parthian going for the Persian tactic of blotting out the sun with missiles. The Cav now coming in, or camels I should say. In they go. I mean the javelins now going to hit them. Yeah, that's going to be pretty painful. A lot of javies. I mean, I'm surprised his camels haven't even started to waver. Only got 62 kills. There you go. Finally wavering at 4 men left. And there you go. They're done. That camel unit, I don't even think he got 100 kills. Got Macedon here now pushing down his hill. Don't know if he should be doing that. Especially since the attackers could use this little defense here against them. I think they're much better off where they were. Get back up your hill, Macedon. You're not needed down there. Little fight here between some tribal warriors and looks like a Parthian sword. Pergamon, like, I mean, I hadn't forgotten he was here, but hasn't really been in the fight in a long time. Really do with some of his missile capability. Camel cataphracts, I don't know where they're going. They're kind of trapped up here at the moment. Where they can get in and around, there is still this gate over here that's being held by the defenders. And again, what is Macedon doing? He's just sending down Thorax and just getting jabbed to pieces. If he wants to jabby fight, this is not what he's going to win. He's facing like multiple units of Thorax with his one. What a bizarre fight. Okay, clearly Macedon does not want to be the superior Greek state. Superior successor state. He wants to instead just be, I don't know, wiped out here by Egypt. I mean, these aren't even like the best infantry that Egypt has available. He has the Royal Thorax if he wants to send them forward as well. Not my personal pick, really, to be honest. I feel like Royal Thorax don't really offer a lot. They've got the same sort of stats as heavy peltasts, or like Royal peltasts, but less javies. And the javies are so useful. Also, they just don't look very cool. I don't think they look very cool compared to some of the other units. I'm surprised that he didn't bring Galatian Royal Guard. A really, really nasty unit. Thorax swords here, though. They're starting to die. We are seeing tribal warriors going in. Seems like they're having a bit of difficulty in this choke point here at the moment, are the attackers. Thorax sword, as no surprise, winning down here. They did charge a very weak Macedonian Thorax, but this is, I don't know why this was initiated by Macedon. Is he trying to just use Cretans or something? I really don't know. Seems like a waste of men. If he wanted to engage them, he should have just sent the companions down there to try and do stuff. He could try and sneak them around and try and do some side charges, which I think he might be able to try and do. Here's Macedon. Wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't know whether a companion cav was required for this, whether they could have just brought a cheaper cav unit to do that. Here we go. Companion cav coming down here, coming into the side. Not a bad charge again. I've seen worse. didn't lose any men, it seems, from that fight. 67 they started with. They might take some fire now. Looks like we're going to see some Thurios coming up, and there's archers now focusing down this cab. So yeah, this cab's not going to have a long life if it stays here, but it looks like they're going to persist with the charges. Into the side they keep going. Yeah, they're taking a lot of fire now. It's a bit of a messy choke point as well. Yeah, this cab's kind of finished now. 37 men left. The other one's healthy, but I don't know where they're going to use it. Like, if they were going to do something about with the cav and the camels that they had, they needed to send them in, and they just charged the back of his own ally. There seems to be a lot of that going on, a lot of charging the back of their own ally in this game. Breaks your information. Not really worth it. Another good volley coming in there from the Cretans, depleting that unit even more. But yeah, the cav really should have just gone out. They should have sided out with all the cav and the camels. They could have caused a lot of problems and slowed the attackers down, really. And even if they didn't attack immediately, just their presence out there scares them. Because they can have these artillery, the cab, maybe a general or two. You could also send the elephants. Elephants and the cavalry together might have worked okay. But a lot of ifs and buts. Oh my gosh, more camels. I think this is the final camel, and we've got one more companion cap. So, yeah, both Parthian and Macedon have got one more cavalry card to play. Not that they really worked so far, so we'll see how this goes. More Gamma Spears. But you gotta remember the Pokemon has no general as well. His morale's pretty low. Did they bring any pikes? They got shield bearers. No, they brought no pikes as well to challenge the attackers. Really bizarre. But and they brought no pikes themselves, actually, have the attackers. This is a no pike game, maybe. Parthian infantry, though, credit to it, has fought very hard. Unfortunately, they've lost most of the fights they've fought in, but they've done their best. Again, Macedon just throwing down the one thorax sword, throwing them just piecemeal at the moment. I hope they've got more stuff back here, because they're looking pretty low on men. Balance power looks okay at the moment. More Javis coming in. See, this might be an okay fight for the Macedonians. They got a pretty good Javi throw off from the Egyptians there. And yeah, I'd say that they're going to win that fight. I mean, they've got a 50-man advantage. That's what you got to do. You just got to try and win one unit at a time, and certainly don't want to lose your camel cataphracts to archer fire. So retreat them, please, Parthia. You're just wasting expensive cavalry, or camelry, I should say. The other companion unit is in here, but it's just mopping up those tireless units. Not doing anything major. It's honest work, but it's not much. It's not much, but it's honest work. That's the saying, isn't it? There you go, the cavalry down here. I think they're going to try and rout these guys. Poor Tylus is nearly out, but he's done a good job. He's probably been the most hard-working player so far. Nothing against Carthage and Egypt. They're now taking over the role of main attackers, but they've done a good job of the Tylus player down here. He's got a few Oathsworn left. This Oathsworn's still got 110 kills. Still okay. Try Warriors on here. Yeah, he's got some units left. More Oathsworn coming up now, in fact. Yeah, it looks as though the Thorax is going to win here. They'll be relatively healthy for the next unit as well that comes up. And if they use archer support the defenders, then it makes defending a much easier job. But I haven't really seen a lot of it. Like, a lot of archer fire against, like, to support your defenders. Well, there is a fair amount up here, actually. There are pikes up here. Okay, that's good. So there are pikes. Still not see any Macedonian pikes, but there are plenty of Pergamon troops up here. And here we go, we're going to see a charge from the camels, and we're going to actually see the Carthaginian cav going as well. I guess they're just like, well, screw it, we're not going to need it. Camels do scare cavalry. But infantry support will certainly help against that fight there. We're just going to see more companions going in. I mean, this is expensive from the defenders. It's an expensive play, but it is delaying the attackers. Slowing them down a bit. Like, they've been in this choke point a long time. And this is mainly because of cav now. There's no infantry here holding them back. I think they're wanting to hold on to this choke point here because they're winning, maybe. But they should start to make, they need to start making the defenders hurt. They really need to start making the defenders hurt. They're actually going to retreat this unit here. This thorax is wavering. They're going to retreat, use the cavalry, I guess. Not a bad plan. And try to retreat that thorax. Yeah, good idea there by Macedon. That works. He's now got a barrel leg. Slinger's hitting him though. So the companion's going to need to get out of there pretty quickly. Oh no, don't just leave it. That unit's, I was going to say, that unit's done for. Don't bother sending up the thorax again. Leave the thorax to survive. Let the thorax survive to another day. Because, like, if you just keep sending them down, like he is, I don't know why you're doing this. Why are you condemning these men to die? Let them retreat to rejoin their comrades. Because they're just going to get surrounded here. Just get surrounded here. Egypt will be more than happy to engage. I mean, his unit's healthier. They're fresher as well, so they'll happily engage. And then all it requires is another unit to go around if they desperately want to. So yeah, I mean, at this point now, it's kind of a bit of a standoff. Who's going to make the next move? Could be either of them. Lots and lots of archers and cavalry moving forward as well. Infantry as well. Amassing. Still got lots of nasty infantry back here. Do the attacks to use. Cavalry coming down again, going after tiny little thoraxes. Not a bad use of your cavalry, to be honest. Going after tiny little units like this. Does kind of work actually? I mean, if that's gonna have how they're gonna earn their kills, that's how they're gonna earn their kills. 73, still not great. Where the Macedon should have just, instead of bringing this cavalry, should have brought his brought some really nasty pikes. Now I think that would have been a better deal. Parthian, I could understand bringing cav. His cav's pretty good, and it's all he's got that's good. Parthian foot archers here. You can focus down, or he could have brought Parthian its swords and just chevron them to hell. But anyway, it seems like we're going to have a bit of a standoff here now for a little while. So I'm going to just make a cut. And I'll see you guys in a moment once the cut is, well, since when the action starts again. Okay, so it wasn't much of a cut, really. It was only a few minutes. And they did a little bit of skirmishing, traded a few volleys at each other, and now Tylis and Carthage kind of sick as just, you know, sitting back and firing at one another. So they're going to send in some infantry. We got some Libyans and we got some tribe warriors going in. Tribe warriors winning decisively against Agema. No surprise. Agema spears are actually deceivingly not that great in a in a high tier game like this, like where you're gonna have a lot of expensive infantry. Not a good unit really, for, unless you can get lots of javies off. You like really need to do the javy spam well. Weaken units, because Agema spears, a healthy unit going up against a healthy like tribal warrior, lose every time. They really will. I mean, they're getting decent volleys off now. Agema spears into the side flanks. This is helping. See, that's what you got to do with the javy spam. You just got to javy like this, and now the Agemas might be able to regain some ground. The tribal warriors are starting to be hurt pretty hard. Because that's what you got to do. You got to have the javy spam on point and try and take out units, and you have the javelins that you can do it as well. Agema spears have incredible amounts. Why do they engage down here? Why? And also we got Pergamon losing some pick hoplites here. Oh, not picked hoplites. Pick peltasts. I don't know whether they... I think they've got javies left as well. This is a big loss here. They are kind of like elite though. They're not like even wavering at 40. Oh, there you go. 40 men, they kind of started to waver. The Cav, they're getting a big win. This cavalry down here that literally could have been dealing with these Carthaginian Cav. But it looks like they're going to go for a turn, try and take out the Balearic Slingers. Not a bad idea, but I don't know if they have enough men or it's a good enough charge to really do it. And here we go. We've got the general now for Carthage going in. He's going to try and save his slingers. Again, Macedon, why did you send down this thorax to die? It was living quite peacefully. It could have gone up here and lived with its comrades. We're seeing Gemas going in here. They're trying to hold the line. The tribal warriors are very depleted at this point. And Thorax. No, it's not Thorax, sorry. Actually, it is. It's Royal Thorax. Royal Thorax making the push. The Libyans have been defeated as well. So a bit of a win there for the defenders. They're really like pushing back the attacks on this flank here. The Javi spam is unreal right now. I don't know what's... I think it might be more Gemas. Oh no, it's Pick Peltast. Yeah, they're doing a good job here. Pick Peltast and Gemas, because the combination really good. The only problem is the Pick Peltast obviously are quite vulnerable to archers. They don't have the same range. And eventually the armor will affect them and they will die. Gemma Spears here. Plenty of them setting up. Don't know whether they have ammo. But they might want to save it for later stages anyway. I think these Gemma Spears here can deal with the remaining Thorax. Oh, nope. Seems they're going to just jabby anyway. This unit's dead. Just leave them to die. They don't need extra killing. Save your ammo for... yeah, look at that. Wasting so much ammo. That unit's dead. It did not need your javelins. There's mercenary noble fighters back here. There's lots of other units back here that need your attention. Like more Royal Thorax. Oathsworn Generals. Save your ammo for them, boys. We've got more pikes. Pikes just should have done with saving some of those Gemas, I feel like. They've still got plenty. Yeah, they've got lots of Gemma Spears here. Jeez. We're going to start javeling into their next foe, which is going to be the Libyan infantry. The attackers need to get a bit of a move on, though. Like, it is a timed battle, like 60 minutes in a battle. I think they've got less than 20 minutes left to take this city. I don't know why I was struggling with that. I was going to say siege. Take this siege. That's not the right word. Take this settlement. That works. Also, the archer towers here. Doing, you know, steady work. You know, honest work as well. Just firing fires at these guys. I mean, will be even better when they get rear shots here. But yeah, you want to be jabbing onto this Libyan infantry unit, like... Not yet, not yet, not yet. Probably now, when it turns its flank to attack these units. Like, you jabby it from here, and you do so much damage. And certainly once it's engaged, you start to jabby it. But here they go. Here go the Libyans. Going to take on these Gemma Spears here. And once again, the Gemmas have got to hold the line. Oh, they got more. Yep, good to see more javelins being used. I don't know how many more they've got to give, but the Gemma Spears are losing decisively, though. Still, Libyan infantry are losing decisively. Yeah, Gemmas, they don't do too great in a line fight like this. Yeah, I mean they're losing decisively on the far side, yet they're routing the tribal warriors. Actually, that has something probably to do with these Credans here. They're getting good angles onto these Gemma Spears. Again, though, they're mopping up these Libyans and the tribal warriors. But I still feel like they've got plenty enough infantry to finish the job of the attackers. And they've got archers. Haven't got pikes, which is going to be a problem. Because, well, Pergamon has pikes. I really thought one of them might bring just like an African pikeman or a thorax pike or something like that. But no. And now we have Mercenary Samnite Warriors going in. Something a little bit more nasty. They should break through the Gemma spear line. I think they're running out of Javis as well. Which is why I was telling the PopeJohn player, shouting at him, just save your javies, save your javies. You've got more pressing problems to come. Yeah, they're getting swamped now by. Oh, they've got Sammonites in behind. That is not good. Yeah, this is the end of the PopeJohn defense here. Shaken, wavering now. These guys, yes, steady losing it. It's a shame they can't get more of these guys out here. We actually have Parthian now sallying down as well as rolled cataphracts going for a charge. We also have Macedon now going in. He's going to try and catch out Egypt. I don't know how good an idea this was. I mean, Parthian hasn't got much left, I guess, but it doesn't seem like his cab's been too effective here. Yeah, he's losing a lot of cabs. They're getting bogged down in these fights here. He's going to go for another charge here. Not a bad charge, actually, onto the Egyptians. How many kills is he on? 89. It's going up. And he's going to just go through that unit. He's going to go onto the Credence down here. Not a bad idea. In go the Parthians. If he can get it through the soft underbelly, can he then go for Carthage's general? Could he route this this archer quickly and get the general? I don't know. The general looks like he's now just realized and he's making a bolt for it. And it looks like Egypt might be about to arrive in time. He'll get jabbies into the back of these guys. Yeah, that's going to be painful. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Could he get a good charge on these noble fighters here? They're going to throw jabbies as well. That's the problem. Or not. The first one didn't. The second one sort of did, but yeah. Fair, wasn't terrible for the light noble fighters. They only lost 8 men. These cataphracts dying quickly. I don't know how many kills they've got, but a reasonable amount. 179 is not bad. Certainly could have done better, I feel. We got the Agema spears over here now holding the line. And the pikes are moving up. We've got, is that both pike units coming up? Wow. Definitely prime target now for these Korean archers. Take out those damn pikes. I think let's capture the tower as well. That'll just start firing down onto the pikes. It's a free, like, archer position there. I don't know if these Koreans have ammo left. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Oh, they got their swords out. That's never a good sign. And so do these ones. I think they might run out of ammo, but I think these Carthaginian ones have ammo. Oh, they do. They have the bows out. They really need to be down here where the Egyptians one are, because then they can get just side shots into the pikes. But the pikes are already retreating. They're not sticking around. It's getting a little nervy here for the attackers. So I think they're realizing they're running out of time. Hold the line, Pokemon. It's kind of your job now. You're the only one left with reasonable amount of reserves. Macedon has a fair amount as well, but he keeps throwing them away bit by bit. He's going to win this fight down here, though. 2 thorax against 1. Easy win for the Macedonians. Egypt now has to probably keep throwing up more and more thorax. He has to hold this line here. I mean, if Macedon keeps coming down, though, they can squish those 2 units. But he just needs to stay in this choke point and he'll be safe. What we got here? We got shield bearers now holding the line. They're winning. We don't often see shield bearers in siege battles, or just generally, it's all in Rome 2. Got a Samnite unit here that's going to try and sneak through. Looks like the shield bearer is going to try and deny that, though. Really nice. Why he brought a shield bearer general, I don't know. wouldn't be my choice of general. Got thorax swords here, just ready and waiting. Looks like the Royal Thorax is going to come up. Jabbies are being wasted on these Credence. Not a bad move there by the Egyptian player, though, making sure that his Royal Thorax get up there with very few losses. I think they're just going to engage, and they're going to start to throw their Jabbies out of the Royal Thorax, and here they go. Here comes the pain. Actually, to be fair, it seemed like they did okay. I feel like they probably got more friendly fire onto the to these Cretans than they did do damage onto the Thorax here.
Orders understood.
Yeah, and in goes the Royal Thorax. It's kind of the last throw of the dice. They've got reserves, but it's just like they got to throw them all in now. Gemma Spears going down as well. I think that's it for the reserves in like infantry-wise. They've got Rhodian Slingers left. They've got Cretan Archers over here as well. Do taking these guys out. The Rhodian Slingers would have been better to use earlier on, because they rely on a bit more like a line of sight, a bit like crossbows in 12-12. Or no, in Dawn Stage. 12-12 they can now arc. They're goddamn scary, those crossbows. A good old sword fight down here, though. The Royal Thorax, you know, even though they're royals, don't seem to be any more superior than the normal Thorax. Shield bearers, though, are certainly struggling. The pikes, I don't know why they haven't just pushed up, maybe a little bit. Or maybe they're just quite happy where they are, because they know that they're going to be in the fight very shortly, but they are taking casualties. But yeah, this hoplite unit here, which is what it is, the hoplites just suffer against swords, or spears just suffer generally against swords. They will get beaten back. Hoplites is really good at holding the line, and then archers, like from the flank or the sides, will just shoot into the unit and do the damage. That's what I feel. Unless it's a much more heavy like hoplite, like if this shield bearer is fighting like lower teams, it would do well. But it's not. What are they firing at? They're firing more pikes there. 134 men left. Yeah, they need to just be careful with the pikes. Use them only when they're needed. They really need to take out these Cretans. They're the real threat to a victory now. Cretan archers here, doing what they can.
Take that.
But yes, if you guys want to send in your own replays to then feature on the channel, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. You're more than welcome to join if you'd like to. As that man beheads an Egyptian there. But yes, if you want to, or if you just want to come by and just like chill and join the server, being part of a great community. We've got well over 1,000 members there now. So if you want to be a part of that, feel free to join. Come chat with myself and fellow subs. These guys are exhausted now. Thorax, yes, still happy. They're doing just fine. And looks like the attackers are just going to willingly run onto pikes. These Sammonites here, hoping they can just run onto the pikes and break through. Sometimes you can, to be fair. The pikes are winning decisively. So not today. Also, this archer tower here is helping because the pikes here just getting shot constantly by the archer tower, and it's killing like one man every like volley. It's just a matter of time till they break through. Yeah, Carthage doing okay. Egypt is also doing fine. It's just slow going. They're winning decisively now, actually, are those royals. It's certainly squeaky bum time. We've got 6 minutes left of the replay. Is that 6 minutes left for the attackers to defeat the defenders, or will it be 6 minutes like the defenders will hold and win? Be interested to see. Got like a gamma sword, spears got sent in here to hold the line. Noble fighters here. waiting patiently. I think they're bringing up units that have jabbies left. Just to jabby these pikes. There's only 37 of them left. Look at them. They're finally holding. Absolute mad lads. Yeah, the jabbies just doing their bit right now. Oh, and the pikes are about to all die. And then once it's through the pikes, it's the shield bearers next. I think there's a lot of key ammunition that will be used up against these pikes. I don't know how many kills they will have got. 23, 15, yeah, not many kills. But they used up a lot of ammo on killing those pikes. But ammo shouldn't matter now. It should just be brute strength. These mercenary noble fighters certainly have the advantage over these shield bearers here, who are already losing decisively. Parthian swords as well. Don't stand a chance against these mercenary noble fighters. A really, really nasty unit. These are the guys they've got to worry about now. These Cretans can fire. They need to start firing. They need to start getting some volleys off. They still have their bows out. They need to fire on something. I'd be shooting on these noble fighters, to be honest. They have the threat that they could break through. 4 minutes left of this replay. Can the defenders hold on? They don't want to be doing things like this, trying to reorganize their formation. This is only going to cost them more men. Hold the line, Macedon. If you die, don't let it be in vain. Take as many of these damn Carthaginians down with you. Yeah, he's just going to retreat. It's probably the smartest thing to do. Trying to find gaps in the line. They're not finding any. The Gemers, you've got Parthians. The shield bearers are still here. They might as well try and reform. It's going to come down to something over here. This is where I feel like the flank's more likely to break. The Egyptians right now are kind of just stuck in a deadlock. I think there's more Egyptians in here. We've got more Royal Thorax over here now, so it's Egypt's on both fronts now assaulting. Carthage is there as well. Carthage has lost his general. I didn't even realize. Well, that doesn't seem to have made much of a difference in the battle, to be honest. Just gotta hold the line. It's just like units like Peltassins are bouncing around trying to help in different areas. You know what? It's pretty thin on the line here now as the Thorax. Got a general going in as well. If you have any abilities, now is the time to use them, people. Now is the time. We've got a little cav unit as well coming up. The Carthaginian cav's going to try and, I don't know, press through, pull through maybe. Hopefully it doesn't pull through. We don't want to ruin the siege with a pull through right at the end. General's bodyguard about to die there. The general's already dead though. Not that we were aware. I mean, we didn't get any announcement about it. And I didn't really seem just like even going to combat. Parthians here, desperately holding on. Credit they've been rubbish, but they've held the line for a long time. 85 kills, yeah, not great. And certainly against what they've got to face now, there's just no way they can win. Macedon looks like he's going to hold on this flank here. The Royal Thorax is starting to die. Losing, actually, in fact. Carthage might as well try and... should really be bringing units around. Instead of having them in reserve, just bring them around, send them in. They're nearly out of time. There's 50 seconds left of the replay. Will there be a chain route? I mean, we're starting to see units route here for Macedon. Look at this. Units routing. Is this going to be a last-minute chain route? I don't know. More units starting to waver. Look at this. 30 seconds to go. Looks like we might see a chain route here. Are we seriously going to see a win here for the attackers? At the very last second, it looked like the defenders had this all cleared up. But oh boy, have they just turned this around right at the end here. The general is trying to hold on. He's got like, he's going to waver here by the looks of it. But my gosh. There you go, a costly victory for Egypt. Did they deserve to win that? I don't know. Like, army losses, I think, is what came into it at the end. But wow, what a fight. The defenders did their best to hold on, but wasn't quite enough. So this was sent by the Reaper TV, who was playing as was playing as Egypt. Got 184 kills with his ballistas, very good. His archer's getting 123, 130 kills. His Royal Thorax, 198, the best one. 207 with his base Thorax. And his Thurios getting 65 kills. Then we have Jedi Revan playing as Carthage. 124 kills with his Giant Ballista. His Burial X Slinger's getting 127 kills, outscoring most of his Koreans bar this one, which got 263. Libyan Infantry getting 138, 166. His Gallic Warriors getting nearly 100 kills here. 121 with the Noble Fighters, 216 with the Samnite Warriors, very, very good. Then we have Dirk Allah playing as Tylus. Did a brave thing, charging in first with all these Celtic Warriors. Best they got was 96 kills, 128 with his Dacian Ballista. 336 kills with the Ost one, 251 with another there. The Tribe Warriors getting 225. So they did pretty damn well, getting nearly the most kills of his team, actually. All the attackers actually did reasonably well. I mean, everyone did well, to be honest. You got some good kills. Then we have Tiddly Coin, who got the most kills for his side, playing as Parthian. 179 kills with the Royal Cataphracts. Indian War Elephants getting 288. 248 with this one. I don't know whether I'm like proud of this one. They didn't do quite as well. Like, certainly could have done a little bit better. But they certainly delayed the attackers for quite a while. 93 kills with the Camel Cataphracts. I certainly feel like these guys were kind of wasted, to be honest. Parthian Foot Archers getting 183 kills. 195 with another there. The Hillman, 98 kills, not too bad. Parthian Swords, they did a good job. Held the line for a long time. 162, 189. A few 120s there. So well done to Tiddly Coin. And then we've got Kelly Sawada playing as Pergamon. 188 kills with the Pick Peltast. 116 with the Agema Spears. 140 with another there. Some pretty solid kills with those Agemas. 134 with the Galatian Swords. And then his Pikes, yeah, as we saw, like 23 kills. Then we have Carter playing as Macedon. 114 kills with the Companion Cav. 159 kills with the Cretan Archers. 138 with the Rhodian Slingers. His Thorax getting 160 kills. And yeah, that's kind of really it. But there you go, guys. That is today's siege battle. It was an incredibly close one. You can see there's like literally 40 seconds left before the defenders would have won that one. It's impressive. So well done to both sides. Really, really close. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support if you want to see more Rome 2 siege battles. And I'll see you guys in the next one.